past them. But I just think they go to work and come to practice, and whatever we put on the schedule they do. It's a good team, that a bunch of good kids that work really hard, work together as a team, and I think that's what people are seeing to them. I think that's showing up in the attendance, that people around LA are really appreciating the way that they're working, the way they're playing.
Dion did not have the yellow jersey on today. Does that mean he passed his concussion test?
No, he still hadn't. He had the yellow. He took it off because he was getting teased so much, but he still didn't do any contact.
And what about Mark? Has he been medically cleared yet?
Mark could play right now, but we're still trying not to get him hit.
And George?
That's just going to be a game time decision. I mean, how much he could do, whether he could play or not. He can move ahead. We can move straight ahead right now and do some things, but he couldn't play if we were playing today.
You mentioned last year how Sark is kind of an expert at the Lou Holtz game of pumping up the opponent. He seemed to be in that mode yesterday. He said that, first of all, you guys are still the most talented team in the Pac-12. What do you think of that?
Well, that's good. We lost by 50 to Stanford, so if we have more talent than them, we should be in good shape. We don't have to show up. He's been doing that for a while, and obviously he's already played Andrew Luck, or else he wouldn't have made that statement he made.
You said that Luck was maybe the best college quarterback ever, and he's saying he'd take Matt ahead of the best college quarterback. What does that say about his evaluation skills?
He's never been an NFL head coach. Remember? He turned it down. Made me go.
If you were an NFL coach right now, who would you take?
Oh, I can't make that decision. I'm just trying to get ready for this week. Obviously, they're both going to have great careers, and it depends on the system that you run and what you're looking for. And like I said, I think they're very similar quarterbacks in almost all aspects of the game. Andrew, the thing Andrew has over him is he's faster. Nothing against Matt, it just is what it is. He's faster, and he can make more plays running away from people. But I think really the rest of the game is extremely similar. The way they throw in the pocket, the way they throw on the move, how smart they are at the position. So they're both no-brainers.
Is either one of those guys going to be systematic? Point him in the right offense.
Well, I think that league is almost all the same in general, so I don't think that it really matters that much. Almost everybody is, college, there's a lot of differences in the system. There's not that much difference there. Like always with that position, though, it's not just necessarily the system, it's really what's around you in that league. Your organization, the commitment to putting players in place around you, and a consistent staff so that you're not learning new systems all the time. Will always play a big part in the success of that position.
Do you think Sark just wants to make sure that Matt doesn't come back for his senior year?
Yeah, and all the other guys that he said were first rounders. So.
Talking about throwing on the run, Matt says that's one of the off-season focuses. Is he throwing on the run better than you thought he would, and moving around in the pocket and doing things?
I wouldn't say better than I thought, but he has improved on it. If you look at his numbers on the move, they're unbelievable. And so he's done a great job of that on cold runs, and even now of late, a couple plays that he's made on his own. So he's continuing to develop. He's playing at a high level, and you can't argue with his numbers and what he's doing. As I said before, he'd be in the Heisman race. If there were things different out of his control. If he had more consistency around him with some more veteran players, and if we were better on defense and holding people at the end of games, he'd be right in there.